Okay, this war is not waged by the everyday regular people, and I see a lot of takes online of people also saying that Russians are responsible for choosing the presidents and the governments that did it. Do you have any idea, you know, what the Russian political system is like? Come on, like, do you really think we have a say? You know what I mean? And seeing this shit only like...
This is gonna be so, like, sketchy to have made this video, by the way, because like he's doing this from within Russia, and you do have to watch what you say. You'll notice that Putin hasn't been mentioned once, and I'm sure like with intent. All right, let's see what NKFRZ has to say.
Hello everybody, it is your boy Roman, your friendly neighborhood Russian. Saying the central in these times is just really weird, man. Before we begin, I would just like to say that this video is not gonna be monetized. I'm not trying to make this video in order to get views because it's a trending topic. It's because my entire channel in the recent years has come to be a place where I discuss Russia, where I talk about Russia, where I make vlogs about Russia, and also is centered around the entire post-Soviet Union, so there is no possible way that I can ignore this topic. And even though I have a lot of content in the works and videos to upload, I cannot imagine providing any sort of entertainment in these times, you know, which is related to Russia, because I know you guys cannot think about anything but the current war going on in Ukraine, and neither can I. And I want to make this video to once again outline my position is that I do not want a war, and also I want to just talk to you guys and explain that even though for a lot of people it might seem that way, regular Russians, at least, well, I would say most of Russians do not want a war to happen. They do not want a war with Ukraine at all. I totally understand a lot of you guys are frustrated at Russia right now, but I just want to talk about why you shouldn't.
This is just like one of the most frustrating things about just war in general, is that like the idea of people, populations being pulled into something that they overwhelmingly sometimes do not want to be a part of, and like you're seeing it in a very striking way this time around.
Misplace that anger and place it on the regular everyday people. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? All I can say is that the amount of things I can really say in this video is very limited because, well, I do not want to have any trouble with the law, should I say, right? I just want to talk about just what's going on in my fucking brain because I'm going insane. I want to talk about the feelings of the regular people in Russia regarding this, and just, I don't know, man. I need to speak because I've actually been holding off on making this video for the entire day, because the entire day, you know, I was on my phone monitoring the entire situation, and I wanted to let myself cool off a little bit and calm down before I record this video. You guys might make fun of me for this, but generally I would describe myself as a pacifist. I'm not for any military action of any kind. And you know, making this video, again, this is like probably honestly something that I shouldn't really do, but you know, with the position that I am, especially with a largely Western audience, you know, if I had a Russian audience, I wouldn't really have to do this because everybody kind of understands, you know, what it is. Not everybody is ready to voice this opinion, and I'm not trying to say right here, right now that I'm like a fucking hero for, you know, making this video. I'm not, but I am anxious regarding talking about this, you know. But I feel like one thing that kind of pushed me over the edge, Russians I see online, this includes people that I know in real life or online who've been posting stuff saying that they're against this. And also an overall thing is that what I noticed is that it's actually a lot of Russian YouTubers who are basically, you know, my colleagues, they have been posting that they do not want a war with Ukraine. And I wanted to do it anyway, but so many people did it that it also gave me, like, it lifted my spirits up in a sense. You know, I felt like a lot of solidarity within the Russian YouTube community, I guess, should I say, that sort of pushed me to make this video. So yeah, as far as the, like, overall mood of the Russian people goes, I mean, from what I'm seeing, the majority of the people are against it. They're just not being vocal. And this is the thing as well. Actually today in Moscow and St. Petersburg and other cities in Russia, there were pretty big
So apparently there's been 1,700 arrests already of protesters. Freedom of assembly in Russia. The freedom of assembly of the Russian Federation is granted by Article 31 of the Constitution, adopted in 1993. Citizens of the Russian Federation have the right to gather peacefully without weapons and to hold meetings, rallies, and demonstrations, marches, and pickets. According to Russian law introduced in 2014, a fine or detention of up to 15 days may be given for holding a demonstration without the permission of authorities, and prison sentences up to 5 years may be given for 3 breaches. A single-person picket have resulted in fines and a 3-year prison sentence. Holy shit.
Anti-war protests, protesting against this, and just the fact that there are protests.
So yeah, they are brave. I mean, like, if you're risking immediate potential arrest, and of which has already been 1,700 people arrested, like that needs to be talked about. People need to talk about how people are like taking to the streets in opposition to what Putin is doing. The same thing was happening in America during the prelude to the Iraq occupation and invasion by Americans. There was hundreds of thousands of people taking to the streets protesting. I was protesting in Canada. Like the world was protesting in opposition to that war.
in a country where going to a protest that's like unauthorized with the government could potentially land you in jail or get you a very big fine and, you know, create problems for your future career or whatever. The fact that people are still risking all that and doing it shows that there are people who are very passionately against it inside of Russia. Because this is one thing that pisses me off, is that like whenever you go on like Reddit, like r/world news, and I'm not trying to diss everybody on that subreddit, but a lot of the people on there, whenever there's any new like thread about Russia, the amount of like fucking just hate on regular Russian people I see there is fucking insane. I see comments all the time saying that like all Russians are warmongering, xenophobic, you know. For me personally, I would say that in my entire circle of the people that I consider my friends, there's not a single person that supports this. And I understand I have my own like social circle and it's all like kind of an echo chamber or whatever, but nobody likes and fucking wants war, okay? This war is not waged by the everyday regular people, and I see a lot of takes online of people also saying that Russians are responsible for choosing the presidents and the governments that did it. Do you have any fucking idea, you know, what the Russian political system is like? Come on, like, do you really think we have a say? You know what I mean? And seeing this shit only like...
This has got to be so, like, sketchy to have made this video, by the way, because like he's doing this from within Russia, and you do have to watch what you say. You'll notice that Putin hasn't been mentioned once, and I'm sure like with intent.
Undermines our experience, the fucking shit I have to go through every single day, monitoring every fucking word I say on the internet, you know what I mean? You just don't know what it's like. Like, Americans don't really understand what kind of a privilege it is to live in a country where you can openly say Biden sucks. Right? In fact, a ton of Russians, even if they're not going out to protest because they might be terrified, they might have different reasons for it because it's fucking scary to do, okay? And you cannot even imagine what it's like. They are not causing this. I mean, I really have no idea what's gonna happen next, to be honest. Of course, the obvious thing I can say is that of course I hope for the de-escalation of the conflict, but you know, I don't know. And also with all of these sanctions that are going on right now, the issue I feel like is that a lot of the European sanctions that do not only hurt the Russian elites, but they also hurt the common Russian person. For example, you know, Czech Republic just announced that they're suspending giving out visas to Russians, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, how is that in any way damaging the governments, which is what they want to do, I guess? It's not. It's just damaging like the common person who might actually want to immigrate to Czech Republic, you know? And I understand, guys, that it's kind of, you know, you might shit on me for this, you know, because I'm like talking about the risk of economic sanctions for myself when there's like people in Ukraine that are like scared of bombs dropping on their head right now. I fucking get it. I get it, right? We can still talk about this. We can still discuss this, you know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I understand that your house being bombed is worse than than your currency getting worse. I understand that, but I still want to talk about it, okay? I think the scariest thing for me personally with these entire sanctions that are, you know, they obviously will cripple the Russian economy, and the ruble has already dropped from, it was around like, let's say before the entire, you know, recent Ukraine crisis started, it was at about like 74, 75. Now it's gone way up to 80, like it almost reached 90. So yeah, I'm going insane, obviously. And also one of the scariest things for me personally, I would say, is that the EU and the US is discussing that they actually might disconnect Russia from SWIFT. And if you guys don't know what SWIFT is, it's essentially like a way to send payments all over the world. And if Russia gets disconnected from SWIFT, I'm essentially not going to be able to be paid anymore. And I mean, my channel will probably stay, but yeah, I will get no income basically. And again, I understand. This is nothing compared to what the Ukrainian people have to go through right now. But if you were in my fucking position, you would be concerned. Okay, that is just what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't have an outro for this video. I'm just gonna say that, again, I don't want a war. I do not have anything against the people of Ukraine. And yeah, I just hope for the best, even though there's very little hope left, I guess. Alright, I see you guys in the next video, I guess. Hopefully. I don't know. Bye-bye.
Wow. Yeah, that's gotta be hard. I don't know how many other, like, he's gotta be the biggest English-speaking Russian YouTuber, right? He's almost at 1 million subs. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of other people posting videos about that. But he's got a really good point in that, you know, the protests that are taking place in Russia on the streets right now, they should be talked about. They should be amplified, because those are people taking to the streets in direct opposition to Putin and risking, obviously, arrest, detainment, imprisonment, fines, all that kind of shit. Like, you know, there's a lot of times we take for granted that, yeah, you know, I can go hit the streets now with a sign. I don't need to sign up with my local government authority. I don't need to contact the police. I can go set up, as long as I'm not trespassing, being violent or anything. I can go do a peaceful protest in Canada right now, impromptu. Whereas, like, you know, you don't have that privilege everywhere in the world. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we beseech thee to smite down our enemies. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble court jesters, here to amuse you. To our lords, Trevor R., we give thanks for this spit of land for us to eke out this meager existence. To our knights, Merid, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Ellie Leslie, Alex P., Brandon, Words Greenwood, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Val 9000, Jenna Tall, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multi Mondi, Trevor Yanis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojak, Saren 42, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our flag in a veil, and we salute you, our friends.